They call him the god of YouTube. A man who broke every rule, yet became the rule. But what if I told you that behind every $1,000,000 giveaway was a boy who spent his teenage years alone in a room, whispering to a screen that no one watched? This isn't a story about luck or algorithms. It's about the code of obsession, a mindset that says, I will give everything to master one thing, until the world has no choice but to notice. And this code built the greatest content creator on earth. North Carolina, 2012. A skinny teenage boy in a small room. No team, no budget, no audience. Just a cracked laptop, a cheap mic, and a question that haunted him every night. How do you make a video go viral? He wasn't chasing fame, he was chasing understanding, the formula behind greatness. While others posted and waited for likes, Jimmy Donaldson dissected YouTube like a scientist. He watched thousands of videos, charted titles, retention graphs, even fonts. He would write notes for hours, mapping patterns like a war strategist. He uploaded over 1,000 videos before hitting anything close to viral. One after another. Silence. No money, no validation, just the grind. Friends quit. He didn't. Because he wasn't chasing numbers. He was building identity. He was becoming the guy who doesn't stop. Most people think obsession is madness. But for Jimmy, it was sacred. He would wake, edit, upload, repeat, 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day. Not because he had to, but because he couldn't stop thinking about it. He built a private ritual. Every night before sleeping, he would open a blank page and write ideas. 100 ideas minimum. He'd test each, scrap most, and chase the one that scared him most. His friends thought he was insane, but he was training pattern recognition, building instincts one failed video at a time. This is where the code of obsession reveals itself. When repetition becomes ritual, creation becomes instinct. MrBeast didn't have resources. He had rhythm. An unbreakable pattern of focused consistency. That's what separates dreamers from doers. Dreamers seek moments. Doers build systems. The video, counting to 100,000. No stunts, no money, just endurance. 40 hours of raw willpower. It wasn't entertainment. It was a message. This is what obsession looks like. It went viral, millions watched. But for Jimmy, that wasn't validation, it was confirmation. The system worked. Every insane challenge that followed, giving away houses, cars, islands, wasn't random generosity, it was the formula, the philosophy of attention and meaning. He had learned the law. People don't remember what you show them. They remember how you make them feel. And that's when YouTube stopped being a platform and became his forge. If you break down his journey, you'll find 4 timeless laws. The pillars of the code of obsession. Law 1, the law of relentless curiosity. Don't create for applause, create to understand. Curiosity sustains you when success doesn't. Law 2, the law of ritual. When consistency becomes sacred, results become inevitable. MrBeast didn't have motivation. He had non-negotiables. Law 3, the law of scale through selflessness. He realized the more he gave, the more the world gave back. Generosity wasn't charity, it was strategy. Law 4, the law of becoming. He stopped trying to go viral. He became the kind of creator who couldn't not go viral. Obsession wasn't his prison, it was his path. Most people fear obsession because they mistake it for insanity, but every master was once called crazy. What you call addiction, they call purpose. What you call burnout, they call transformation. Jimmy didn't have a secret. He just refused to live in half measures. So the question isn't, how did he make it? The real question is, what would happen if you obsessed over your craft the way he did? Because mastery doesn't ask for talent, it asks for surrender. Today, MrBeast runs a global empire. Hundreds of employees, millions of fans, billions of views. But the core hasn't changed. He still spends his nights analyzing thumbnails. He still obsesses over titles. Because the path doesn't end at success. It ends when the obsession fades. And that's the secret nobody tells you. Greatness isn't built by motivation. It's built by identity, by becoming the person who can't accept mediocrity anymore. So maybe it's time you stopped asking for balance and started asking for purpose. Because balance creates comfort, but obsession creates legends. This is the code of obsession, and this is the path of becoming. If this story moved you, share it. Comment one thing you'll obsess over this year, not to chase success, but to become the person success is chasing. If this story spoke to you, even just a little, take a second to like this video. And if you believe in growth, in freedom, and in building something greater for yourself, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because this journey is just getting started.